We're going straight to business. I got the special co-host here, Fast Eddie.
Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? What's up, everybody?
We're about to hit ourselves with the rapid fire predictions. I
Yes,
need
sir.
you're gonna give your opinion, I'm gonna give mine. You already know what to do, man. The Tampa Lagoons against King Bully Gang.
I gotta take King Bully Gang. I mean, how could I pick against Patrick Mahomes, especially in this week? Feel like he has something to prove because everyone is assuming he can't beat, the Lions without Travis Kelce. So I'm gonna take King Bully Gang probably by 15, 20.
I agree with that take. I think it might be a blowout. At
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
I
Travis
didn't want to say it, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Travis Kelce out. That was his
It's a
first pick.
big,
At
yeah,
that point,
big,
you're just donating. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah,
giving
big
away
loss,
big
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 loss.
loss right there. Patrick Mahomes, 5 touchdowns guaranteed. Next game. You change his name again. We got Waddle House versus the best eighth seed ever. And this is a heated rivalry, by the way. Shit talking
Ooh,
in the group chat.
yeah.
I actually had to set up this match week one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, first of all, Waddle House has changed their name multiple times and thought we wouldn't notice. But outside of that, I do have Waddle House. I best eight seed ever. I don't understand it yet, but I don't see it being a good year for them. Go with Waddle House by blowout.
I don't even have too much to add on that. I
Yeah.
heavily agree. Burrows before hose. I like that. Against the real Slim Brady's.
All right. Well, this I feel like will be a underrated matchup of the week. I do think that both teams are very formidable, but I would have to take Burrows before Hose.
I hate to say that I agree yet again. It's not even a debate. I feel like, it's just a one-sided agreement. I will say though, don't be surprised if the real Slim Brady's gets this win.
Yep.
The commish gotta make a comeback. I could see a Slim Brady winning by a slim margin.
Get a load of this guy.
That's a good one, eh, Sandy?
Yeah.
Gamblers Anonymous versus Bang Van, and this is actually, in my opinion, I think it's the game of the week.
I would have to agree with you, TLew A. Smith.
Thank
I
you.
do think this is by far the game of the week. I think this is a matchup of two teams I could see going to the final. I do have Gamblers Anonymous,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Gambling Addiction himself, taking this win by a slim margin, but this is a pick me game or pick 'em game. You could go either way.
I'm gonna have to go with a Bang Van on this selection, only because, I got to rock with my guy Jalen. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh
I ironically enough, I'm gonna just add this again because I'm gonna give Eric shit until the day Jalen Hurts retires. I remember this man was saying, "Oh, he's trash." The analysts say he's
mm,
not gonna do much, and I told him he had the best QB in that draft. They laughed at me, and now look at him,
he got the
fiending for
best
him.
QB in the NFC now.
Second
Yeah,
round, picking him.
look at him.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So, I
love
gotta
to see
go.
it.
I gotta go with my guy Jalen. And his team is nice. I mean, as a defending champion, I mean, what more? I gotta go with the, ring
Yeah,
ceremony. Hey,
yeah.
hey man.
But usually teams be losing in their ring ceremony. But
That's
Eric could
also
be different. He could be different. He is one of the goats of this fantasy
he is.
thing we have going on. So, I gotta respect, pay my dues. I'm trying to get where he's at.
I
And,
feel that.
you know, all humility here.
Massage therapy against NJ's MVP, but not Johan, Kenny actually.
Yeah. I mean, what a good friend dedicating his whole team to a former league member. I mean, I wouldn't dedicate anything to a man, pause, but we all got, our thing. This is a no-brainer as well. I mean, I think I got NG's MVP winning this week.
Yeah, I do too. I just think that Kenny drafted well, and
Very well.
the first couple weeks, it always comes down to who drafted better. I'm gonna have to go with the better draft, and that's Mr. Kenny, the former victim of bully gang. Last but not least, we got Dalvin and the Chipmunks against the Paleto Bay Punishers, or the Pablo Bay Punishers, as Quan would say.
Yeah, I don't know where he sees a B, but I think Dalvin and the Chipmunks by 1 or 2 points. I think this is going to be a close matchup, but I will say
Yeah.
Dalvin and the Chipmunks.
For this one, I'm gonna have to go with the Paleto Bay Punishers. I think Dalvin and Chipmunks has a very solid team. I got my faith in the fantasy runner up because if he made the finals with a team that was a fraction of as good as this one, who knows what he can do with a better lineup. So who would be two people you could see getting in last place, and who are
Two
two people
people.
and who are two people you can see winning the championship?
The two teams I do see competing for the punishment, I got Carlo with I believe his team name is the
The
best
best
8 seed
eight.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that name alone says a lot, and he doesn't have a lot of confidence in his team. He even complained right after the draft, and just, you know, I don't want to say too much, but your starting quarterback is 1 p.m. Kurt Cousins. And I think the second I would say depending on what happens with Tua, if Tua doesn't play, I think it's massage therapy. But if Tua does play out the season, it's funny. I think he could be in the playoffs, so it could go either way. So I think the safe bet is not gonna like. I know he's not gonna like this, but I'm gonna go with King Bully Gang.
Oh shit. With
And
Mahomes?
see, that's my thing. Like Patrick Mahomes, I can never see getting last place. But I look at this roster. I do think Patrick Mahomes was taken early. And then I look at this roster, like we got a guy, Rashad White, right? Like D Hop might be past his prime. Like Darren Waller, I love Darren Waller. I
Yeah.
don't love Daniel Jones. That's just me personally. I mean, you got Drake London. It's been a while since you heard that name, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Odell Beckham Jr. on the bench. I just think a lot of teams are like very evenly matched, and I do think you could be wrong. Like the last place team, it could be one of those like situations from like last year where like the last place team 2 games more that they had to won and they would have been in the playoffs. It could be
Yeah.
something like that where it's very close. So I do think I'm taking King Bully Gang, but I mean it could be massage therapy. Shit, it could be Burrows before Hose, bro. Like you never know, like what could
Yeah.
happen. Like, and that's my team. So
I feel
I
that.
mean, I think the two safest teams though. I mean, Gamblers Anonymous and Bang Bang. Those are my two teams' favorite to win the chip. It would be a first time for Joe. It would be. We just can't keep having Eric win every year, but I will say, like, it does seem like he has another formidable team.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the only weak year he's ever had is the year he drafted 2 quarterbacks. That alone, he should have been punished, but
He should be barred for the next
yeah,
season for that. That's
yeah. But those are my two favorites. Who would you say?
what I say. I thank you for asking. When it comes to the bottom two, I agree. Post draft on paper, no injuries. I'm gonna have to say Carlo and Quan. As for favorites, I'll do a tier segment as well. I'll probably have a little backdrop or something, but I think the defending champ Bang Van, he might be the very first back to back within the same sport champion. We've always had the basketball to football transition, but like back to back in the same sport.
Man, I wanted to do that so bad,
I,
but yeah.
the only person to do that was Jake, I believe, in fantasy basketball. I got the defending champ, and it's a toss up between Joe and Kenny. If I had to flip a coin, I'm gonna have to go with NJ's MVP.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got love for Joe. I got love for Joe.
Yeah.
But if I had to flip a coin, it landed on tails. You know what I'm saying?
Wash your hands out of that.
That's what I'm saying. I just flipped the coin. That's all I said.
Yeah.
But he's in that tier as well. But we'll get to that tier list a little later. And that wraps up this segment, man. Again, appreciate you for doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying.
Man.
Shit, we got the game in the background and shit. I gotta act like I'm not already getting cooked, but you know, let me not break this fourth wall. Let me stay.